Night, good night, good night, night. All right. So tonight we're talking about the Kingdom Wealth Builders. I'll be sharing my screen, talking about what it is, how we are developing, and the goals for 2026, how we are going to make this year a successful one, right? We do have many different, powerful plans that we want to achieve. All right, so good night, good night. So the Kingdom Wealth Flow. So King Bro, King Up. Good night. Okay, then. Ball of your life. Alex, welcome. Night, good night, good night. All right, so as I said, I'll be talking about tonight the Kingdom Wealth Builders, the Kingdom Wealth Flow. Kingdom Wealth Builders is a community that I am building where I am sharing with you everything that I've put together over the past 10 years, right? So the operating system of the Kingdom Wealth Builders is what I call the Kingdom Wealth Flow. And it goes on the basis that assets that we need to have, assets that are producing passive income that is equal or greater than your expenses. The Kingdom Wealth Builders is built on the mindset of stewardship, structure, and discipline. Right? Stewardship that we are managing how our resources are the managing our resources, we have a structure and a plan on what we are doing and discipline. Now, why should you listen to me? I have over 10 years experience in cryptocurrency and digital assets. I have built teams of over 1,000 members across 15 different countries before. So network is my area of expertise, and I have been doing this for some time now. I've earned six figures as a earner in one single opportunity. And most important about my why you should listen to me. I have dedicated the last decade in helping people grow in life and cryptocurrency knowledge. Growing in life is just so much what I strive for is not just learning about cryptocurrency and making money, but really growth, spiritual growth, financial growth. Those are things that I focus on. So the focus, as I said, for the Kingdom Wealth Builders is structure, discipline, long-term wealth accumulation, not hype, right? Not you hear, oh, it's getting rich, you're getting rich tomorrow by being a part of the Kingdom Wealth Builders. That's not the mentality that I want to work with. I want persons who are thinking long term. The basis behind everything that is done in the Kingdom Wealth Builders, that basis and that foundation is on God and not ourselves or me, right? And that is very important. Wealth begins with God given direction, not human effort. Right? I want to repeat this. That wealth begins with God given direction and not human effort. There are many people who, they are in this pursuit for wealth, right? And in that pursuit, they are leaving out God, and as if they can do it on their own. And the Kingdom Wealth Builders, one of the main things that we have set forth is that is understanding that we can't do it on our own. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 said, "Thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that has given thee power to get wealth." So it's a clear understanding with the Kingdom Wealth Builders, and what you'll be learning and being a part of the Kingdom Wealth Builders is understanding that wealth comes from God. It is not our own strength, our own ability that is going to get the wealth that you will see happen in the Kingdom Wealth Builders. I've heard this so many times is where a person say, "Oh, I don't want to be rich. I don't want to have a lot of money because I have seen persons who are rich and they're not comfortable." Proverbs 10 verse 22 says, "The blessing of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow with it." So in the Kingdom Wealth Builders, we understanding that what we are pursuing and what we will be exploring is the blessing of God. It's because we know the rightful place that we have put God in this wealth journey, that it is his blessings that will be rewarding us and we will be getting the results from. And it says it added no sorrow with it. Right? Now, one of the things that the foundation is understanding that wealth grows through obedience, patience, and time. It grows through obedience, patience, and time. There are many there are many people who they are looking for this get rich quick schemes, and they're coming to the internet, or they come to TikTok, and they come to all of these places with one mindset: how fast can I get out of where I am? Ecclesiastes 11 verse 1 says, "Cast your bread upon the water, and after many days it shall return unto you." Right? And the thing about investing, the thing about creating wealth, it took me a while before I understand all that I'm talking about, right? Because when I first came to the online space way back in 2015, I was just wanting the quick fix. And when in 2019 I actually started making money, right? 2020 during COVID, I made so much money during that period that there were points that what I was earning on my 9 to 5 for the year, I was earning that in a month, right? But then I didn't have the right mindset because during that period, I all I was thinking about was buying X6 and all of these different things, and God had to really break me down and turn everything around to where I'm at now. So we must understand that wealth grows through obedience, patience, and time, right? It's not get rich. One Ecclesiastes 11 verse 2 says, give a portion to seven and rather to eight, because thou knowest not what evil may befall you upon the earth. Diversifying is a key ingredient in creating wealth. But one of the things that I've also learned is that diversifying too early can also be one of the reasons why you're not growing. And we are utilizing the best principles that we find from scriptures, that's why we say kingdom wealth builders, to build here, right? So this is why we build with faith, order, and discipline, right? So what you will be experiencing being a part of the Kingdom Wealth Builders is a structured system on how to create wealth in the online space. This is what I am doing. This is what the persons who are a part of my community. This is what we are doing in terms of generating wealth. All right, so we have what we call feeders here. This is for capital generation. We have a few different programs. Right, we have BitToken, BitTon AI, Lumex. These are the three of the what we call the feeders. This is where they will be earning from these platforms, and through consistent disciplined capital inflow, we will have the earnings, 100% of the earnings that is coming from these platforms. They go into step two, which is our central treasury. Being earned in step one goes to our step two, which is our banker's card, which is our central area. And this is where the aggregation point, this is where we put the money together. This is what I've seen over the years is that people come to the online space and they make some money. And so when they come to space, they all have debts and things that they can't wait to get money to spend. And so they never eventually grow out of the place that they are in. Right? So they make some money in this and then they spend it. But with our system, step two is where we do not just spend as the money come. We don't use it and just invest in something else. We have order, visible control way of doing everything. That leads us into step three, which is our governance allocation. This is where we allocate our earnings that we are making and decide where they go. One of the things that here is first is our time, right? That's why we say kingdom wealth builders is understanding the importance of a tenth of what you earn, right? That tenth, which being your tithe, is one of the things that you put aside. Next 20%, and you're paying your bills, and next 20% style, right? So while you're earning in the light, it's improving your daily lifestyle. Percent of what you earn goes to automation, right? That will lead us to step four, which is our Apollo bot. Our Apollo bot is a trading bot that trades for you cryptocurrency, right? Now, one of the beauty that I love about this is that I remember when I was growing up, one of the things is that as a young man, if I if you could not drive a stick vehicle, them say you're a girl, right? Um, you only can steer. No, in our present world, everything, including trucks, are automatic, right? And more, there are persons who love trading. But it is said and it's clear that 95% of the persons who are trading are not making any money because of a lot of things, fear, greed, all of this. But we have AIs that doesn't sleep, that doesn't have fear. They only operate under certain pre rules. And what I've recognized that there's so much money that can be made utilizing trading bots. But one of the problem is that there are persons who want to manipulate these bots. They want to be withdrawing and they're using it for funding it with monies that they need to do active life, live their lifestyle. And at the same time, you know, they keep on going back to the bots every minute for like for their daily living. But what I've seen that has been successful and have worked well is that when you have money in your trading, but you do not look at that for the next 6 months to a year, and you build that and let that compound. That's where income is generated. Then from that we have step five that after you're earning now in this trading bot, right? 50% of that is now what we're going to use to purchase our assets, right? This is where we buy crypto stocks, bonds for long term. You know, we start buying real estate from those funds that is being generated with the bot. So that is the whole setup of the kingdom well builders, right? It's all our kingdom covenant. If you're not willing to educate yourself, there's no we don't show you automation, no flow discipline, no bot access. We're saying that if you are not willing to follow the teaching here, because a lot of times people say this or that doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work. It's that you are not persons come to the space and time. They are not willing to invest their time, their money, to learn and to gain the success that you see persons that have it in the online space. You know, you want it just now. And the reality that everyone that you're seeing that having your results, they have gone through a process to reach where they are. Right? And that's very, very important that all right, so that this is just a look on how the flow looks. You have your capital, the feeders with your capital creation. You have the bankers card, central treasury. Then you have the governor allocation rules, Apollo bot, then the assets to long term. Right. So this is another picture of how it looks. Then you have the feeders at the top. 100% of that goes to the banker's card, 10% to the tide, 40% to debts and lifestyle, 50% goes to the trading bond, right? The trading bond, there's no withdrawals until 6 months, 6 months to a year after you have been funding this. So that's why we say do not put money in the trading bond that you're going to need for your lifestyle or anything of that sort. Um, After a year of having this trading for you, then now you start reallocate, right? 50% of that profit, going forward, you can be withdrawing that to start purchasing real estate, buy long-term stock, bonds, cryptos that you're going to hold for a very long time. You use that. 10% goes to your tithe, 40% goes back now to help pay down your debts and improving your lifestyle. That is the Kingdom Wealth Builders model that we have put forward. And each day, what I'll be sharing is how to utilize everything that we have in our portfolio. What we have done, we have put together, and in what I have believed that there are many different get to wherever a person wants, right? And what resonates with you. So I may not be the person who you resonate with in terms of this journey towards wealth. So be it. Find somebody that resonates with. If what I'm saying and you come back because I know that you hearing this for the very first time will not make any sense, but you come back and you hear me time and time again talking about this Kingdom Wealth Builders, how it is growing, then you can say, "Oh, I see where he's going, and I want to be a part of that." And then you can follow the steps. What I've found is that you just have to just find something that works for you, work it, right? And this is what works for me. There are many different ways out there. You have many different people who are online and they are doing other stuff from what I am doing. But what I have found over the past few years is that what works for one person might not necessarily work for me. And it's where I am comfortable with, it's where I have seen that I am not only comfortable, because it's not about just comfort, but the knowledge that I have garnered is sufficient to get me the results that I want. And that is it. So, guys, as I said, my aim is just to be coming on, every as often as I can. I do still have a 9 to 5, but my aim is to continue to build the Kingdom Wealth Builders, to show persons that you can be a child of God and create wealth. And that is one of the main thing with the Kingdom Wealth Builders is letting persons understand that you can have wealth and still be godly. And you can have wealth and still be godly. And understanding that, as Proverbs 22, 10 verse 22 says, the blessing of the Lord make it rich and added no sorrow with it. Right? And in Deuteronomy 8, verse 18, it says, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that has given thee power to get wealth. Right? So it is those type of understanding I want people to understand about what I'm doing here with the Kingdom Wealth Builders. The Kingdom Wealth Builders is a place where we work on your mindset. We show you how to create assets that is producing passive income that is going to be equal or greater than your expenses. That is the only way that we are able to create financial freedom, is when we have assets that is equal or greater than our expenses. What we most persons have now is we have liabilities, right? And these are things that are taking money out of our pocket. And we have a lot of loans, right? We do not have things that are generating money for us while we are sleeping. And this is what the Kingdom Wealth Builder is showing you how to acquire assets, right? Things that are growing, right? I shared out, I saw something today, a fun fact, that 15 years ago to today's date, right? One Bitcoin was valued at $1 for one Bitcoin, right? $1 15 years ago maybe would be 100 Jamaican dollars, 100 Jamaican dollars for one Bitcoin. Today, as we speak, one Bitcoin is valued at 70,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin. 70,000 US. So 70,000 US is 100 and what? 10? No, it's 10.5 million Jamaican dollars. Let me calculate. Let's just show that I'm not making any mistake in terms of what I'm saying there. Let me just do a quick calculation. So 70,000 times 150. Yes, 10.5 million for one Bitcoin. Something that you could have bought, but a lot of ourselves, including myself, didn't know. I saw Bitcoin when it was $500 in 2016. I say, like most people, the foolishness, right? I could have bought one Bitcoin back then for 60,000 Jamaican dollars. I didn't, right? So we cannot, cry over the things that we weren't able to do because we didn't have the knowledge. But this is what I'm showing persons here in 2026 is finding assets like that we can spend 100 US dollars, and 2 3 years from now it will worth thousands or millions of dollars here in Jamaica. That is what we are doing. We are buying assets. And so if you like what you're seeing, please follow me that next time I come online, you will be able to, see me explain more and more about the Kingdom Wealth Builders. You will start to understand what is the purpose behind the Kingdom Wealth Builders, how you can be a part of the Kingdom Wealth Builders. You will see the results, right, of my journey, right? As I said to those who are early, I have been doing this on over a decade now, right? And I am very happy to say that I am able to generate what I'm earning on my full-time job. I'm earning that part-time, more part-time than what I'm earning on my full-time job doing in the online space, right? I have been pretty grateful to the online space for what it has done for me, right? Now is really trying to educate as many people about this space and how they can benefit from it. So thank you for your time, guys, and see you the next time I go live. And thank you for those who are on YouTube and those who are watching on TikTok. Please like the video so that whenever I go live again, you'll be able to see me. All right.